Welcome to the presentation, our open day of the Master Course in Planning and Management of Tourism Systems of our university. Now, we will show you some slides in order to explain you how our course functions. The Master Course in Planning and Management of Tourism Systems is a master course of the Department of Foreign Languages, Literatures and Cultures of our Department of Excellence, the Department of Foreign Languages, Literatures and Cultures. This master course is quite different from other master courses taught in Italy, not only because it's entirely taught in English, and so it's an international master course, but it's because of its innovative approach to tourism, offered by a team of Italian and foreign teachers who research tourism phenomena as global processes, but with a strong anchorage to local development and the local dimension, and also the importance of using technologies and information systems in order to design and manage tourism systems. We think that it's important today, especially today in these global conditions that our globe is facing after the COVID-19 pandemic, to look at tourism in a systemic approach, considering the cultural heritage together with territorial studies, together with environmental issues and social aspects. And so we try to give you theoretical and technical competencies to face these cultural and territorial aspects, but also economical analysis, marketing issues, and communication issues. And these topics together can give you some systemic competencies to face tourism, even in order to face new strategies to promote our territories after, for example, a condition like the one we are living now. The course objectives are three objectives. The first one is to give you high skills in linguistics and cultural knowledge to learn and critically understand the development of the tourism phenomenon, its history and its imagination. The second is about social and territorial, economic and legal studies to create or coordinate tourism systems and to manage their impacts. And third, design, management and communication to operate in tourism planning at different scales. These three main objectives are achieved by a very structured, let's say, proposal in our study plan that we will see in a while. One of your main questions is about admission requirements. So applicants to our master course in planning and management of tourism systems must be in possession of a 3-year university diploma. The possession of an Italian 3-year bachelor degree in one of these classes that you can see in the slide 1, 3, 11, 12, 13, and 15, allows you directly to the admission. And also graduate students from Italian universities who are in possession of a degree other than the classes that I showed you above, they are required to have at least 40 credits obtained in disciplinary fields that we are giving you, like sociology, geography, arts, economics, linguistics, anthropology, or law. Applicants are also required to have a good spoken and written English skills corresponding to B2 level of the European framework. And you should demonstrate to have these competencies with at least 9 credits in your bachelor degree, or by showing us an equivalent certification like the first certificate, the TOEFL, IELTS, etc. One important information I want to give you. If you didn't get your bachelor degree yet, you didn't discuss your bachelor thesis yet, don't worry, you can pre-enroll to our master course. You can follow our lectures. We will enroll you as a, let's say, irregular student, but you can follow all the lectures as you were a regular student. And as soon as you get your degree, which must be done before March 2021, you can have access to our classes, and then you will be registered as a regular student. You will see that in the first year we have different kinds of topics. Territorial and environmental studies, cultural studies, and tourism heritage studies. English for tourism, which is very important to have an advanced knowledge of English during your course. Museums and media studies in alternative, as an alternative choice with arts and media studies. Tourism management, destination management and tourism marketing. And so, as you can see, the topics related to economy and to marketing, and IT for tourism services, because as I told you before, it is important for us to give you also competencies related to technologies and communication technologies. In the second year, you will have advanced studies in the domain of economics and management with tourism and hospitality management. You will face also the topics of sociology and anthropology with tourism practices and society and communities and laws. And so also the jurisdictional aspects of tourism. You could choose another language except English. So you can choose also French, Spanish, or German. If you already studied these languages in your bachelor degree, you can go on studying them in the second year by choosing one of them. Or maybe you want to improve your English competencies, and so you go on with cross-cultural studies or with an English advanced course. You also have two options, and you have to follow some workshops, practical activities in small groups, which are very interesting for your acquisition of competencies. You have your trainship to do in a institution or agency or a particular entity of the territory where you want to relate and link your master thesis with your trainship. So you will build your second year not only with, let's say, classes, normal classes, but also with some other experiences, practical, group activities, trainships with other stakeholders and partners of our territories in order to construct your final dissertation. If we look at the free choices, you will see that you can choose among all the ones that are not mandatory in our study plan. You can also choose among the courses of our master courses of our department. You can also include modules of our international summer schools offered by the University of Bergamo, or you can choose, if you are a foreign student, you can also choose bachelor courses considered coherent with the study plan of our course. Now, I would like to ask my colleagues to go on in the presentation of other opportunities of our master course, like the internationalization. And so I ask Cinzia Spinzi, Professor of Cross-Cultural Communication and a referent person for international mobility of our master course, to present you this international atmosphere. Thank you, Cinzia.
What distinguishes our master course is precisely this wonderful international atmosphere, which is made possible by students from all over the world and our teaching staff. We have to say that this is an international master course and it is completely taught in English. So we have visiting professors from Europe, from the UK, from France, from Germany, from Serbia, and also from Northern America, that is from Canada and from the United States. We also have foreign students coming from all over the world, from Eastern countries as well as from Western countries, from Northern American, Central American, and Southern America. From Europe as well as from African countries such as Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon. So this is a real international master course. And another feature of our master course is international mobility, because we have a lot of agreements with European universities as well as with non-European universities, which offer advanced modules in the field of tourism management. We have different programs for placement and internship with different companies, local companies and non-local companies. We work with museums, we work with territorial agencies. And our students are also allowed to attend international spring schools and experience-oriented seminars, which include also guided tours and workshops. Our master course has got dual degree. We have an agreement with Fairleigh Dickinson University in New Jersey in the States, where students can apply at the end of the first year. And they can spend a period there from the first semester of the second year. And they need to get 60 credits abroad. And the cost for this experience is around 15,000 euros. The University of Bergamo gives students 2 mobility grants of 3,660 euros each. Our teaching is interactive, is involving, because we have so many field work activities. We organize many excursions to the countryside, to the surrounding countryside, to the territory, where students can gather information, they can meet other important figures from these places, and they gather information in order to prepare their final thesis. Then we organize trainship workshops and also labs and seminars, field trips on tourism planning. I will give the floor now to my colleague, Professor Elena Bugleux, who is responsible for counseling for quality of the communication between teaching staff and students, and she's going to talk about all the other activities related to our course.
Okay, thank you, Cinzia, and thank you, Federica. Here I'm going to tell you the extra activities you can benefit from in terms of workshops related to our tourism activities. There's a variety of offers which are also changing according to the different years. At the moment, we have the Val Tartano workshop as a side valley of the Val Camonica, where Professor Beretta guides a group of students in the co-creation of a prototype of websites with a particular attention to the cooperation with the local community. So the website of the Presentation of the Valley is developed according and listening and including the needs and the preferences, the interpretation of the place by the local actors. One more workshop is that one led by Professor Machiavelli. This workshop develops different models of hospitality customized for different guests in a hotel, the Hotel Milano in Bratto Valseriana. Totally different type of workshop is the one led by Professor Talli in Citalta and in the Museum of the Cattedrale in Bergamo. Professor Talli is an expert of art and critics of art. Therefore, she guides a group of students in the critical analysis of the content of this beautiful museum. Then Professor Burini, that you just listened to, guides a workshop in Bossico, in the high region of Alto Sebino, where a participatory process is developed together with students and local community, again, in order to promote a slow type of sustainable tourism, including different type of local knowledge. So we go here to one more workshop possibility. This is very well loved possibility of producing a short labs film led by Professor Kislotti, teach you how to produce a very professional film, short film, providing the skills for writing the script, dividing into sketches, editing, shooting, so the narrative and the technical skills in order to provide, to produce a film with a tourism kind of content. We can see that a big variety of topics is actually offered, and the goal is to help you develop capabilities of making your way around in a variety of different working contexts. Most of our MA graduates find quickly a job in the tourism big industry, in the organization of cultural events, in the promotion of local developments, customizing their intervention into tourism adventure in a variety of ways. By developing market analysis, which implies the evaluation of tourism projects and local development, by designing the communication services together with the needs of the territory, by helping them to plan and organize the tourist services in a better and systemic way, including all actors in a sustainable perspective, and finally designing and managing the promotion of cultural environmental heritage. This means that there's a place for every personal attitude in the tourism enterprise, let's say, and it's very fulfilling, as your former colleagues can reassure you about. This is also guaranteed by the special link with the territorial activities that we lead here in Bergamo. In particular, the students of the MA course are going to be engaged and involved in the activities of the University of Bergamo, which are already running before your enrollment. In particular, here I would like to mention the pilot actions which take place with the schools and company and institutions, which involve parts of you in the co-creation of special activity tied to the territory. Whereas to a bigger scale, we foresee the participation of students in the Bergamo 2035 framework project, in the UNESCO project, of course, which are related to the UNESCO heritage sites in Bergamo. We can involve them in the centrality of territories, which is a relevant network connecting several European universities and active in Bergamo as well, in the Erasmus Plus framework research projects. So all these activities are already ongoing in Bergamo, and you are very welcome to join and work with us in bringing them further. This is an important piece of information for the Italian students, which will acquire the possibility of teaching geography in the Italian school system of the secondary school, in particular in technical institutes where with economics, finance and marketing sectors orientation, and also those of technological sector. Whereas you gain the possibility of teaching geography in all professional institutes in the secondary Italian school system. I would like to remind as well about the 2 scholarships that we can issue every year in memory of our former colleague, Professor Cosimo Notar Stefano. These are dedicated for students which get a master's degree in planning and management of tourism systems, provided they had a bachelor degree with a thesis on tourism. It's an important extra opportunity and support that we can offer to our students.
I want you to know that we have a compulsory pre-registration. So you have 2 windows. The first one is the one we are in now, And so you have time up to the 29th of May to pre-register. Or you can have a second window from the 1st of July to the 4th of September. Once you have done your pre-registration by going to our website online, you can do your interview. The interviews are compulsory, but don't worry about them. It's a very nice moment where we talk, we know each other, we can better know your studies that you have done before, and we can reason together about how to construct your study plan. So it's not an exam. It's like an interview to know each other and to start in the best way your first year. We will have 2 interviews. For those who choose the first window, we will meet on the 25th of June at 2 p.m. and for the second window on the 24th of September, always at 2 p.m. We will send you the link and we will use the Microsoft Teams application, and also we will publish on the web page of our course the link to do our interviews. Once you have done your interview, you have to do your final registration from July 13th to October the 30th, and then everything will be ready for starting our lectures. I would like to tell you something important about our lectures of the first semester, at least, of 2020. PMTS lectures are always held in Città Alta, in this beautiful context of these historical cities. Città Alta is the place of the foundation of the city of Bergamo. And it's the place where we are lucky to have one of the sites of our university. The first one was created in Città Alta. And we are right in the middle of this wonderful old city. But we are also flexible and resilient, as you probably understand, with this crisis that we are facing today. We want to assure our students to have, in any case, classes going on in presence or in a virtual way. So don't worry about this. We will be giving you the courses, if necessary, by doing our lectures online. And we have now an experience because we started on February 2020, facing the pandemic, and we assured all the lectures, all the workshops, or the internships to our students in a virtual way. So in any case, we will be able to start our program at the beginning of October. So we will be very happy to meet you in reality, we hope. And if it's not the case, we will be ready to use our innovation technologies to assure our classes. It's very important to know that you have some referent people to contact if you are in need. So as I told you, I'm the president of the master course, and I'm also working on the trainships. And so you can write me for any problem or request. We have Professor Rossana Bonadei, who was the former president of this master course, and she's now the director of the Department of Foreign Languages and Literatures and Cultures. We have Professor Spinzi, that you heard in this presentation. She's a referent person for international counseling and courses timetable. We have Professor Ghislotti, who is in charge of workshops, and Professor Elena Bougleux, who you heard before. She teaches anthropology, and she is our counselor for the quality and the communication between teaching staff and students. One important thing is to tell you that while you are waiting to choose and while you are deciding what you want to do in your future, we invite you to go to our website where you can find some students' interviews and experiences in order to better know how it works here in our university. And they can show you a little bit more of what we have presented to you today. So please visit our website. Go directly there, and if you want, I can accompany you in looking at our website. You'll see all the information related to the study plan, the admission requirements, the course description, the subjects, the professors, and one in particular, one session is important, opportunities and experiences. And in students' videos, you will find a session where you can see some interviews. For example, here you can see how we do our interviews if you are interested to see how it works. In this case, you see the fact that we talk with you and we try to fix all the problems that you have. We try to give you some suggestions. So it's very important for us, the part related to interviews. You will also see some students talking about their traineeships. For example, Noah Benvenisti coming from Israel, talking about her experience in Ortobotanico, or the short film labs, which is a very interesting workshop that Professor Buffet was talking about, relating to the capacity that you can have to create your videos. And it's very important to present your project, especially for your final dissertation.
Yes, in order to get information about all the international opportunity that students have, you can click on opportunities and experiences on our website, and then you go to international opportunities and experiences. As you can see from this web page, there is a list of all the opportunities offered during our master course, and there are the already mentioned experiences and opportunities like a double degree at Fairleigh Dickinson universities, and there are also the names of the other universities, European and non-European universities that I didn't mention before, but that you can see here listed on this web page. I want just to conclude by saying that all the lectures are taught in English. So all the opportunities that you have here are completely delivered in English.
Okay, from here you can see how to enroll in our master course. It's your arrival is preceded by an individual interview, which is very important for us because it's aimed at understanding your motivation and helping to shape your career, understanding what's your background and your potentials. It is not an exam, it's important to say, it is an interview, it's a colloquium, and it's a very important step. The admission requirements, which have already been presented before.
We are available for any other questions, informations, support. So please write us, and we will be very pleased to answer to all your questions. And we wait for you at the University of Bergamo, and we will be pleased to receive you here. Thank you very much, and see you soon.